ICD Brookfield Place is LEED Platinum, well health and safety rated, wired score and smart score certified building. You can recognize from the certification which has been obtained for the building that we are focusing on environmental sustainability, healthy and well-being, and technology. When you look at our indoor air quality management plan, you will recognize that we are in compliance with most of the local and international guidelines and standards which working on the indoor air quality. The graph in front of you is showing the different types of gases and particles which need to be considered within your indoor quality. The blue graph in front of you is showing the maximum allowed concentration by the guidelines which you require to maintain your indoor air quality below that concentration. The lower part is showing the ideal case for some type of particles which you don't need them at all in your air, and for the carbon monoxide, for example, you're required to reach to the ideal mixture of the air or the natural air. Most of the compliant buildings are actually in compliance to the guidelines because they are maintaining their indoor air just below the maximum allowed concentrations. Within ICD Brookfield Place, we were able to maintain a much better situation from that of about 85 to 90%, which you see it on the graph with the dotted red lines related to the entire substance, gases, and particles that we should maintain within the building. And that was due to the installation of high-efficient filtration. We have in our building the fresh air of more than 30% than ASHRAE standard, and also the operational policies and procedures which related to the cleaning, sanitization, and as well the installation of UV lights within the central air conditioning systems. In addition to that, we're keen about the occupants' comfort. So we're checking the building on quarter basis, again in the comfort zone in compliance with ASHRAE and the European standards. That was a discussion related to the indoor air quality. And on the other hand, the building committed to net zero carbon by 2030. Through our roadmap to achieve the net zero carbon, we will be passing by a phase of optimization, where we will be looking at a reduction of our carbon footprints, looking at a reduction of our energy consumption within the building. And within that, and looking at the heat map of our carbon footprint, we found that 23% of the energy consumption taken by the building is going for the central air conditioning system of the common parts. That system, which is responsible for the indoor air quality, which we have been discussing. So we're coming into a point that we need now to maintain what we have achieved from indoor air quality perspective, or even to increase it. And at the same time, we need to start reducing the energy consumption of the system, which is responsible to achieve that. And for that, we started the collaboration with Delos. Both teams, from engineers and scientific researchers, worked together in order to establish a scientific pilot based on the scientific research methodologies. This was including the study protocol, experimental boundaries. We looked at the entire variables from dependent, independent variables for the experiment and testing, the field setup, all the instruments will be used, and also worked out how we're gonna figure out the data techniques of the final results. And this was by comparing the MERV 13 filters installed on the central system to a solution, we call it disinfecting filtration system. This is with an objective to maintain or increase the indoor air quality, and at the same time, reduce the energy consumption of the system for lower footprint. Looking at the basic filtration theory, for whoever here with us out from the deep in the industry of the mechanical and electrical systems, you are passing the air through a set of filters in order to get it purified and cleaned. And you're doing that through a fan. So that fan is consuming the energy. If you decided using conventional solution to increase your indoor air quality or your filtration efficiency, you need to add another set of filters. Those filters will increase the resistance in the system. And that resistance means the fan, which is driving the air, need to consume more power. And accordingly, you are increasing your energy consumption and increasing your carbon footprint. In our synergetic solution today, we're looking for increasing our indoor air quality by using a solution which will reduce the resistance within the system, and so accordingly we will be reducing the energy consumption and the carbon footprint. The solution is using what we call electrostatic mesh technology along with a special medium, and on the left side you can see the installation of the MER13 inside one of the air handling units. On the right side, the installation of the DFS system within our building. Our engagement with Delos started earlier this year, and we started the initiation of the idea and that we need to find a solution as I just explained. Our pilot is in several phases. Phase 1, which is focusing on the efficiency of the particles removal, which has been just completed this quarter. The result from this phase, you can see it on the screen in front of you. On the left side, we have the performance of the system when it's working on 100%, and on the right side, the performance of the system when it's working on 50%. You can see an increase in the efficiency for particle removal on the different type of particles and gases within the building, and on the other side as well, which is concluding of an average of 64% of increase within the efficiency of the particle removal at 100% speed, and 68% at 50% speed of the system. On the next phases, phase 2, we will be looking on Q1 2023 at the energy efficiency, and on Q2 2023, we will be looking at what we call combined testing, and hopefully by Q3 2023, we will be having our final report. We, ICD Brookfield Place and Delos, together in collaboration, we will be very proud when we reach to the last stage, finding a scientific proven solution where we can present to the industry of increasing your indoor air quality and at the same time reducing your carbon footprint. Thank you so much.